We're talking about adrenal fatigue, and naturopath Dr. Natasha Turner says if you follow her plan, you can reverse your exhaustion. The first step is to watch the clock. So why is it the time that you eat might be actually even more important than what you're eating?
Dr. Oz, patients who have adrenal fatigue tend to have low levels of the hormones that help stabilize the blood sugar, especially during fasting or in between meals. So if you pay close attention to the clock, it will allow you to plan what you eat and when you eat.
So Simone, I asked you to keep a food diary.
Yes.
Were you honest and honorable about it?
I absolutely was.
So she wrote down times that she crashed during the day. Now you've sensed when this crash is coming on, I understand.
Yes, I absolutely feel it. It's just crazy. When I start to crash, I get these headaches. They're like right here. And then all of a sudden, my vision just becomes really foggy. And I'm feeling really just frustrated and groggy and angry. And I'm getting these little shakes.
Hangry.
Yeah.
Angry, yes.
And it's just so much. And I know that I'm about to crash.
So what is wrong with the way Simone is eating that might be causing her to, not just to be exhausted, but have this hangry sense that you're describing?
Well, I mean, it's common for us to experience fluctuations in blood sugar, and then naturally, you kind of want to go for sugar. But
Yes.
that's really the worst thing you could eat at that time, because all it does is give you a temporary spike. You feel really good for about 20 minutes, and then you crash, and then you feel foggy and lethargic and tired. So you get all day long, you get these series of highs and lows and highs and lows. It's so important instead to think about slow and steady fuel. So protein, carb, fat, fiber, 4 times a day.
Dr. Turner, walk us through the time issue. This is really important.
Okay.
If we figure out the right time to take these foods, we can avoid this adrenal fatigue to begin with. So come back over here. So frankly, no matter what you're eating, but especially if you're eating the protein and the fiber that we're talking about, you want to start off. There's 2 key times. At 7 and 8, you have breakfast, and 12 and 1, you're gonna have your lunch. That's sort of typical, right? That's good.
That's very typical. Obviously, you want to break your fast, your overnight fast, with protein. First thing in the morning. This is the time of day I really recommend that you don't have the carbs, because you're going to want them later on. You're going to have more cravings later on, and your focus is going to be so much better if you don't have the starchy carbs like oatmeal in the morning. And obviously, it's really important to maintain that stable blood sugar. So at 12 to 1 o'clock, again, you're going to do your protein. You're going to get your sugar boost, so you feel energized for the whole afternoon.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. Now it's 4 to 5, the bewitching hour. What happens?
The bewitching hour. This is really a crucial time for anyone who has adrenal dysfunction. This is a really important time of the day to go for something like whey protein, because whey protein in particular has a really balancing effect on cortisol. So I love like doing a scoop of almond butter, a little bit of fiber, whey protein, and you just have it in your cup, and you add water or almond milk when you're ready, shake it, drink it, and you're on to your next meal.
People get exhausted at that time, even if they don't have fatigue syndrome. Now, this is important. 6 to 7, so 3 hours before bedtime, you're going to have a meal.
What's bedtime?
Yeah. When you get better, it should be 10 o'clock.
Exactly, at least 3 hours. So what do you do at this hour?
So this is the meal where I want you to have the starchy carbs. So things like quinoa or sweet potato, about the size of your fist. It's also about 3 hours before bedtime. Now, the reason why you want the starchy carb then is because it boosts the hormones that improve your mood and improve your sleep. And many people who have adrenal fatigue have problems with mood, and they have problems with sleep disruption. So that's a really key time to consume your meal with the right components.
Okay.
But these times are important. You know, try to, I can honor the cheating of the amount of food, but not the timing of the food.
Okay.
Thanks, Simone.
I will stick with it.
All right.
Thank you.
Debbie, now you tell us that you actually have this hangover feeling in the morning, even though you have not been drinking the night before.
Yes.
Describe the morning routine that you then wake up to.
I wake up at 6 to do everything for everybody before I go to work. I barely eat.
And then
I sometimes have a cup of coffee if I have time.
Well, we just solved some of the problems there.
Yes.
But the next tip that Dr. Turner wants us to take advantage of has to do with vitamin C. And she wants some vitamin C at every meal. And I'm going to run some foods by here that have vitamin C in them because you can find it in so many places. But why is vitamin C the golden ticket when it comes to stabilizing your adrenals?
The cool thing about your adrenal glands is it's actually the highest concentration of vitamin C in the body. But when we're under stress, we burn up that vitamin C really quickly. Within about 20 minutes, we actually see it deplete. So a lot of us think about daily intake of vitamin C, but I want you to spread your vitamin C out so you get a steady supply to help recuperate your adrenal glands, help maintain a healthy immune system, and help your body adapt to that stress. So think about a vitamin C source at every meal.
Wow, and I didn't even know that all of these foods have vitamin C in them. I thought I was just going to have to eat
Bell
oranges.
peppers, bell peppers super high. And you can give us to the people you love and take care of too. Bell, thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
And finally, Allison, the third of our most stressed women. exercise is something that I think you're still into, even though you're tired.
I do. I exercise whether I'm tired. It's because it's the only me time. So I really treasure my exercise time. I feel great while I'm doing it, but then afterwards I'm even more exhausted.
The creator. Dr. Turner says the third thing we ought to be adopting is a low-intensity exercise program. Please advise us why that you feel passionately about that, because a lot of physicians will advise exercise if you feel tired, because it sort of gets you back on track, but you don't like the high-intensity stuff.
Not when you get to this point of your level of fatigue. You know what, I did this myself. I over-exercised for years, and the problem is you simply do not have the hormones that your body needs to tap into to help you deal with the stress of exercise. So things like long-distance running or spinning classes, these are really intense exercises.
I love my spinning classes.
I know, I make all my patients stop, honestly. Because what you're doing is you're dipping into that reserve, right? To help your body get through the stress. But then you're just depleting it more and more. What you want to think about is using activities that are going to refill those reserves. So that are not going to make you more fatigued, that you're going to feel better from exercise, not worse. So things like yoga, walking, like I love walking with weights on my wrists and my ankles, those types of things that are not going to deplete you further.
So if we adopt this plan, how long until we can go back to high-intensity exercise or some of the other issues that we've been addressing with these women?
You know, you can really pay attention to how you feel. Do you still get that dizziness symptom when you stand up? Do you feel more fatigued after exercise? If you have those symptoms, you probably are still experiencing problems with your adrenal glands. But I tell patients you can change your hormones by your very next meal. So if you start to adopt these the correct eating habits and giving your body a break from the excessive exercise or intense exercise, I think you'll notice a big difference in your energy reserves in a week. But I really suggest that most people stick with this for at least 30 to 60 days.
Wow.
Thank you for sharing all your wise advice. I appreciate it. You can find bonus steps to Dr. Turner's Adrenal Repair Plan by visiting DrOz.com. When we come back, the person who might be causing your stress and fatigue. It's your boss. That's next. Today's conversation. Should you be Facebook friends with your boss, even if they are the world's best boss? I give these to my staff all the time. They always use them. They have no choice. All right. Who has befriended their boss on Facebook? Hands up there. Oh, no. So let me be honest here. You can hold there a second. Did you do it because you had to, or do you actually want to be their friend?
No, I actually love my boss.
You do?
Yeah, she's really cool. She's fun to be around, easy to get along with, and we're like friends. We're like almost sisters.
You're just saying that because she can see you now.
No.
All right. Let me ask, who has had a problem where their boss wants to befriend them and they're not sure they want to do it yet? Oh, we have one over here. Pray tell. So what happened?
So my boss added me on Facebook. It took me at least 2 weeks to finally add him because I was like super concerned about why he was doing it in the first place. But now we're friends, but now I feel pressure to like keep things kind of censored a little bit. And also part of our job is promotion as well. So I feel like I have to like do more promoting to my friends on work about our work. And
so it's not quite the same Facebook page.
It's not the same anymore.
All right. And have you told him this?
No, I said, hi.
Now we know. So who wouldn't accept, you wouldn't accept a friending notice from your boss?
Yes, absolutely not. Sometime I want to take a day off and call in sick. I'm at the mall shopping and stuff. Absolutely not. And then guess what? Oh, you was at the mall. You supposed to be sick. That's a problem.
All right. Now, I heard rumors that some of you actually have already not done this. I heard you might be one of them. What are you afraid that your boss might see if you were to accept their friending request?
Actually, it's not even that I'm afraid. I love my bosses. I have a good work relationship. However, I think I like to keep my private, personal life separate than my work life. I give all of myself during my work day.
Right.
After work is done, I want that separate life.
So it's a principle.
Yeah. There was a show one time.
Yes.
Someone named George. He didn't want the worlds to collide.
No.
I kind of feel the same way.
Okay, that's right. All right. So here's the thing. This is all a preamble because I actually was curious about why my staff wasn't accepting my Facebook friendly request. So follow me up. Let's go upstairs to the command control to find out what it is about my request that's turning them off. You haven't met a lot of these people, but you'll find out why I want to keep tabs on them a little bit. All right, I'm running off. Stay with me, guys. All the way upstairs. 25. Last 3 steps, and I made it. I made it up to my staff. Oh my goodness, so quiet. So quiet here. So, Amy, since you run the show here, please hold this. If I have requested you to friend me on Facebook, what is holding you back from saying yes?
We are friends on Facebook, but I'd like you to like the pictures of my kids a little more often.
You must be under an alias. Stacey, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm afraid you're going to look at the food I'm eating on Facebook.
Andrea?
I think it depends on your relationship. Like Amy and I are friends because we have a shared work history together. So I think it depends on your relationship and your history with somebody.
You don't think I deserve to be able to keep tabs on people I work with so closely and see what they're up to, what time they go to bed at night, and what they're eating?
We're with you too many hours of the day. When we go home, we want to have our French fries.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.